Spyder headlamps for 2003 Ford Excursion, part number 5084491. Let's take a look at what we got. Hopefully this is an easy install. I don't like difficult installs because I'm not an electrician. I'm not much of a car guy. I just do my best. So I really value things that are easy to do. Comes with instructions, that's a good start. Look like very generic, non-like vehicle specific instructions, so hopefully that's not a rate limiting factor, but we'll figure it out. And there's a F-250 specific handout, so Excursions are on F-250 frames. It's nice packaging. It's well protected. So here's the driver's side headlight. Seems to be high quality. Got the LED, got the lamp bulb. It's always good practice to give these type of products a once-over for any damage and shipping. But like I said, this is packed really well. Like this is form-fitted to each headlight, so it's a good sign. But I think of quality. I'm hoping this is plug and play. See, when I get into the Excursion, I'm hoping that this just plugs into the old headlight wiring harness and we're good to go. And then it's as simple as hooking up these this LED bar. This appears to be the hot in the ground for the LED. Hopefully it's just a real easy plug in and we're good. Passenger side. So it should look pretty cool. This this LED bar right here will illuminate. It's 12 volt. Looks like we got some LED turn markers over here too. I got these because I thought that they had a good look to them. And the one gentleman that I saw install these online seemed like me not to be an electrician or a car guy by trade. He said it was pretty easy to do. And the fact that it should be plug and play, the fact that you can just plug this into the harness, and I really only got to figure out these two. It doesn't leave me a lot of wiring to figure out. Headlights is an easy way to freshen up a vehicle, especially with the LED aspects that this one has. The other thing, we had a lot of UV burn on the actual lens itself. I tried to buff it out and didn't really give me the results I wanted, so I figured why not just get brand new lenses and make it look nice and new. 2 headlamps and instructions.
All right, so this is the installation tutorial, if you will, for the Spyder headlights for this 2003 Ford Excursion. This should be the same for any 3/4 ton platform that Ford had during this era. I believe it's 99 to 2005. Pretty much should be the same setup. This is the before. I've already actually loosened up stuff to where I wasn't driving around with it this crooked, but I've already gotten this loosened up and ready to go. But I do want to give you a good before. This is what your 2003 17-year-old headlights look like, and here's the Spyder Halo, which I think is a pretty significant upgrade as far as look. It's real clean. Fit and finish is decent. I think that's my only heartache I have. I think it's maybe a little more gapped here than what I'd like it to be, but it's really not bad. As far as installation, it really couldn't have been easier. There's 2 wires that you wire, and the rest is plug and play. Okay, the original headlight assembly it's a 2-piece assembly. You have the lower turn signal and marker, and then the upper headlight assembly. The upper headlight assembly is a little difficult to take out, and I'll explain that to you here in just a second. There are 3 attachment points for this upper assembly. these two adjustment rods that have Ford retaining clips, and then down here on the outside, so this would be the driver's side of the driver's headlight, there is this retaining clip that has to be compressed in order to get this part out. Between the battery and limited hand space, it really is kind of a tight squeeze, but you can do it. It just takes some not giving up and fighting with it. These Ford retaining clips, I'm going to grab you one off the ground here just so you have an idea of what you're dealing with if you do this. This is the retaining clip right here, right? So you can see how there is a tooth, my middle finger right there, a tooth right there, and a tooth right there. This guy fits down over the retaining clip like so, and these teeth articulate into these grooves, right? And this thing's been here for 17 years. It's real bugger to get out. The way that I was able to do it was, you can see when this thing was in there nice and tight, I got a pick and I pulled one tooth out, bent it out of the way, and then I was able to get a pick in and pull the other side out and bend it out of the way, and then I used a small screwdriver to get in here and lift this whole retainer clip out. You don't have a lot of room to work with, right? So, you know, this retainer clip is down here in this hole, and it's down here in this hole. So it's tight. It's a tight fit, and you really need to get yourself a pair of picks or something fine that you can use to get those retainer clips off. And once you have those off, once again, it's just getting this bottom outside clip out, which you have to do by compressing the plastic here. When you pull this thing out, there's only one bulb that'll be in here. It's this guy right here. You just unplug the bulb from the harness and you're done. The Spyder kit comes with its own bulb, so this is all things you won't need anymore. As for the lower unit, the lower lens, if you can see under here, probably won't, it's too dark. There's just two simple screws that you use to take this out. In fact, I'm going to pull one out right now. I currently only have one holding it in place. So these are number 8 body trim screws. I actually got some more of these at AutoZone, Advanced Auto, because one of mine was broke. But anyway, once you take those two up, this just pulls straight out. And there's two attachments, two light attachments. There's the turn signal, which this guy's going to have a yellow bulb in it. I've already taken that bulb out. And then there's going to be the smaller one right here, which has your side marker. Your side marker looks like this, right? And for the Spyder kit, you're actually going to cut this out and rewire the LED halo in using the side marker. Your brown wire is your positive, your black wire is your negative. So black to black on the Spyder kit and white to brown for positives, and that's going to light up your halo, and that's going to light up anytime you got your headlights on or your parking lights on. After a little learning point for me, the first one I did, I just took the Spyder directly to the harness, and it wasn't a whole lot to work with. So for this round, I put this yellow. This is not stock. I put this yellow piece onto my brown piece. So this is my hot, and this black and white onto my black wire. So this is my ground, just to give me a little extra. You don't have to do this, but I just want a little extra space to work with. So this is an aftermarket edition for me. Right? I just tied them together, put shrink wrap on it, and called it good. Now, here's the piece that's going to possibly turn people away from this project. These Spyder kits, to work in this make and model, you got to do some modifications to the light, to the headlight well. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cut out this box right here. This was simply a brace piece for that lower headlight, that lower blinker section that I showed you, which these Spyders are one piece, so you don't need this. So you got to cut out this piece. Same thing, this was a brace block for the lower piece. You got to cut out this piece, and then the bulb for the Spyders doesn't quite fit into this well. So you got to take out this section right in here. So I took out right in here all the way down to right in there and just cleaned that up to give me space to get the Spyder in there, Spyder headlight in there. Mainly at the main catch point was right in here, so that probably that 1 to 2 o'clock position on this well is where you want to cut out and free up yourself a little space to get the headlight assembly in. And that's actually the next step right now. Next step is cleaning this thing up. Dremel with their easy lock. As you can see, I've removed those two bracing and cleared out the spot for the lamp. Now there's just a lot of test fitting. Anybody that's done any modifications to cars know that this is really the most annoying part. Actually, that fits. I'm gonna do some tightening up. That's actually pretty darn good. So these guys right here adjust up, down, left, right for your lamps right here, and these guys right here are fittings that adjust so you can change the depth of the entire headlight assembly within the bracket. You can see here those areas I was talking about when I was taking the lights out. That's where those retainer clips were sit. You just adjust these in and out depending on how much gap you need to create for your trim. I'm pretty happy with that right there. The fitment of this is what ended up taking the most time, the first side. Now that I've kind of got an idea of what I'm doing, I think I anticipate the second side is going to be a lot faster. That gap right there is something I'll work on. How it's a little tighter there and opens up right here, and maybe something I can't get perfect, but I think the average observer probably won't notice it. A car guy might, but I think I can suck this in just a little bit more by tightening up this adjustment knob. And you do this back and forth. I took this light on off before I was happy with the other side. So once I'm happy with my body lines, then I'll wire it up. Yeah, drop it in, take a look. How does it look, you know? For the most part, I think that looks pretty good. Definitely a significant improvement in the overall front end. It's a much more modern looking front end than those faded UV stain. Okay, light bulb for this is a 3157 Sylvania. This is to recreate what was in it in the first place. I got a feeling that these really aren't going to be the brightest bulbs in the world, and I may look for other options in the future. But you just click it in; it's that easy. And these are the Dorman Ford clips. You can get these at any Advanced AutoZone. Once again, the clips just fit right over there and hold the headlight in place. So now we just got to wire the halo ring using the turn signal wire. Once again, the original wire harness, brown is hot, black is ground. You want to double check that yourself with your own voltmeter. I've already done that. For anybody that doesn't know how to do that, just put your negative on the battery negative and stick your positive lead on 12 volt to the positive. Turn on your light, and you should read 12 here, and you should read 0 current, 0 volts here. So 12 here on your hot, 0 here. And once again, this is yellow and black and white because I extended these out. These are not factory colors. This is something I just added to give myself a little more room to work. And I like using these 1/8 inch heat shrinks. These small wires works really well. Don't forget to put the heat shrink on before you connect your wires together. Rookie wire mistake. Get your wires all put together and then your heat shrink isn't there and you've done it all for nothing. Once again, white is your positive, brown is your positive off the wiring harness. I like to make a little 90-degree bend in my wires and give them a twist like this. If I had a good soldering gun, I might solder at this point, but I don't. Probably be smart to put some, like when you make connections like this, put some dielectric grease on this and then put your heat shrink over the top of the dielectric grease, and that way when it shrinks down it would push the grease throughout the shrink wrap. Probably good for water protection. One down. I guess before I finish this off, I'm just going to make sure the lights work.